What sort of advice do you think you would give to a young lad or a lass entering our profession at this time?
Well, I'd say the most important thing is one has got to understand the geology of any area if you want to understand more about the mineralization. So the first thing is a good geological understanding of what you're dealing with, and that comes from compiling available information. If it hasn't been mapped, it needs to be mapped in some sort of way, even if it's reconnaissance.
But then it's based upon that.
The fundamental geology,
absolutely
fundamentally important. But then, in aiding you putting the geological picture together, one gets hold of the geophysics, airborne magnetics, radiometrics, geochemistry, anything that's available, and interpret that. Sit down and physically interpret that, and then integrate the interpretations, understand what each of those methods brings something additional to the party, so as to speak, and from that, it's amazing what starts emerging. And the guy who taught us this lesson early on in life was Des Pretorius. I mean, he was a great one for interpreting data, seeing patterns emerging, and Richard and I remember vividly going to Des with some data. In no time he had contoured it up, and he came up with all sorts of interpretations which based on the
So the key message here is, without that map, you're in a non-starter situation.
Absolutely, it's fundamentally important, and it goes also, incidentally, for mine geology, and that is having a very good geological mineralization model of the mine. Before you can do anything, before you can mine it effectively, before you can do a financial evaluation, you've surely got to have a pretty good idea of the nature of the ore body. And sadly, in South Africa, this is very often badly neglected. People rush in and start blasting away, mining without proper recording of what it's all about, without understanding it properly. And I've seen some major financial disasters in South African mining as a result of this lack of proper appreciation of the geology of the resource.
Not just in South Africa.
Not just in South Africa. So it applies worldwide, really.